Yo, what up? We for the people. Hold on, let's restart that. 3, 2, 1. And now we're in this place.
We're in this
beautiful oasis amongst the stars, amongst all the night sky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
amongst
midnight right now.
The moon. We had to film this one really late at night.
We're like 30 minutes outside of Yellowstone right now, right?
Yeah.
We've been at the same Walmart for a couple days.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of just chilling.
It's hype.
It's kind of hype.
Yesterday we were going to film the podcast, and we went to a place like this, and we basically just hung out there all day and then didn't film it. I'm Pickle Rick!
Oh, it was even worse.
So this episode, where do we start? Indiana?
We had a day 0 where we longboarded in Ohio. I feel like we should look out more for hills. Zach keeps saying it.
Yeah.
I'm hearing it.
I love skating down big hills.
Yeah. I'll die if I do it, so I'll stay back and I'll record him.
The real day 1 was when we went and hung out with Zach's grandpa in sunny
Indiana.
Yeah.
Amongst the cornfields,
Yeah.
amongst the beanstalks, amongst the us.
It's my mom's dad, and he's super dope.
Grandpa
and,
Flick.
you know, he's always got a million stories to tell us, always got advice.
He gave us a house tour once we got there
Yeah.
of all the cool stuff that he has in his house.
Showed off his garage.
He has a lot of cool
Dude,
stuff in his house.
He's crazy too. I don't know how old he is. He does like a workout routine every day. It's crazy.
Yeah.
He's got like a garden.
He does so much stuff. I literally visited him like 3 months ago, and since then he put like cement over these pavers. He
Leveled out the concrete.
Yeah.
Moved a TV into his house.
by himself, like one of those big box TVs.
Gotta call AW for that stuff, Grandpa.
Well, I know, but it's 2 hours, about 2 hours, he'd have to take off and come up here, and then another
my
couple
gosh.
hours, up here. And he's just been so darn busy.
Yeah.
And I just hate to bother him.
He mows like 3 people's yards in his neighborhood. He's like, nobody has weed whackers, so I have like
3 weed eaters now.
Oh my
I got
god.
all them in there.
He said he was planning on going
Underneath this chair, I can pull that rug back, and I've cut a place out big enough I can pick it up and set it over, and then I can get underneath the house.
Yeah.
Which he said last time when I was there with my mom, and my mom was like,
Oh, Grandpa, you can't keep You gotta get AW to come underneath the house.
Nah, I just hate to bother him.
he's just crazy. He's so funny though, and he made us
Oh my gosh.
such a good meal. We
Oh.
had potatoes, green beans,
He spoiled us.
Sausage.
I got these little coats, these little bottle coats, if you want those.
That's one of the things, man, about stopping with people is just being able to eat something other than soup,
Rice,
and
and
chicken.
After we visited Grandpa Flick and he had that amazing meal and he showed us all of his little knickknacks,
And his trinkets.
we headed over to Zach's other grandparents' house.
Yes.
my dad's parents.
Into their hobbit hole.
But they built their house, this awesome house, into a hill, and it's like super like insulated from the winter and stuff. It's an awesome house, and my grandpa was giving us a tour of that.
So they stop on the way to Isengard.
Isengard, yeah, to the Hobbit hole. Yeah, it was awesome, and they made us some awesome food too.
Okay. Dear Heavenly Father, come ask your blessing on this meal this evening.
It's so cool to go to Indiana because, like, everything they feed us, it's like, oh yeah, this is like right off the farm or whatever. This is right out of our garden, and it's like these like massive, like super good like tomatoes and corn cobs and stuff.
They have
It's so
apples there too.
good. Oh yeah, Tanner tried an apple.
Yeah.
Green apple's good for a bellyache.
But it was right next door as Grandpa took a bite. And it was like the ultimate origin story of Zach's dad. It was the Dale origin story extraordinaire. Just walking around his dad's house, Zach's dad's house, Zach's grandpa's house, Zach's dad's house. And just he like paints and he sculpts stuff out of wood and he builds stuff and he gardens.
Yeah.
So he's like,
They were just shocked at how they could totally see where my dad got all that stuff from. It was funny because that was the first night of this whole trip that we've been able to have our own rooms and be like separate from one another. But then we still like hung out in the same room for like hours before we went to bed.
and did like
wanted
little
to talk.
rituals.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. I can't look at myself in a mirror if the lights are turned off.
I don't think looking at yourself in the mirror is part of it. I think you just see the thing in the mirror and then a spirit comes out or something.
So
That's not what I
the
think.
lights don't come back on?
The lights come back on. We can turn them on after when we need to leave. mirror in their hand, like a hand mirror. It says.
But we didn't realize there's a fucking, you gotta relate a candlestick and walk backwards.
But that was like the historical, like all that, like where it comes from.
Okay, would you?
That's not.
That sounds like the one you should believe.
Fine. Okay. Objective: summon Bloody Mary. Reward: proof of your bravery.
Okay. How do I prove I'm braver than you guys?
Decision practiced by young people in the 19th century. It was said that if you walked backwards.
We visited my great grandma, and it was super nice to see her as well, of course. I just wanted to come over here and say hi since we were in town.
Yeah.
I had
I
to.
would have smacked your little.
Yeah, we left my dad's parents the next day, the next morning after sleeping there, and then we went to a different place in Indiana, I think a rest stop or something, and then edited all day.
Yep.
And then we went to a coffee shop the next day and edited all day, and then we.
The days all kind of meshed together.
Yeah, we're in some kind of day soup right now.
We must be in some kind of day soup right now.
Well, day 2 we went. That's the day that we edited all day. That's the day that we met the long-winded guy at the rest stop.
So I'm using my coping skills. Oh, yeah. Because everything in this job's a roller coaster ride. This place goes down, you break in here, and you take some food, and you live off the land.
Oh, wow.
And you know what's kind of weird? When they bought me a little star, it was made out of plastic. Ain't that weird?
But then after that,
yeah.
we went to Chicago. I don't think there was a coffee shop there.
Crown Point, Indiana, at a dope little coffee joint. Right behind me, you see a big red.
Courthouse-looking building. Right.
We sat on a couch
across
for a
from
minute, and
it.
then we moved over to that table and stayed at the table all day. And we did the drawing.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember the drawing. Okay, I guess I do remember it. After that, super exciting day.
Mm-hmm.
That super
Those are the best days.
fun, exciting day. We went to Chicago.
Chicago, baby. Chicago deep dish pizza.
And we were
I'm hungry, baby. The whole day.
the entire
whole
day.
time.
Chicago was dope as hell, bro. I love Chicago.
I didn't love Chicago.
I was super tired, but I loved it. It was a cool place.
I thought we went to a zoo while we were there.
Yeah, that's
Bust.
They play like sad music over here to really drive it home that they are the only animal in the whole exhibit.
yeah, they were all by themselves.
There's one sad monkey.
There were some sad camels in the shade.
Yeah.
Just like it's so freaking ass hot there that the animals just take cover in the only couple little shady spots, like where a highway passes over their cage or something.
Yeah.
He looks like an animal from Ice Age.
Yeah, totally. Deep dish. We got deep dish pizza.
I didn't
And
like it that much.
it was
I
good.
thought that the normal pizza was better. I'm making my judgment on
Chicago.
New York for Chicago, and I'm saying New York all the way.
Yeah, I'll say New York, but I definitely did like the deep dish pizza.
I liked the
did
deep dish
like it.
because it was more food than the New York.
Yeah, it was more filling, I guess. Chicago was a cool place because it had this. I don't know what they're called. I'm gonna sound like an idiot saying it, but it's just like above ground.
Oh, like trains?
Subway system, pretty
Yeah.
much that they
Yeah.
have, which is super cool to see.
It looked dope.
Is it a monorail?
No, I don't think so. I think monorails are. You know what? No, it might be. I don't know. Yeah, I
But
have no idea.
Chicago just felt like a more, like I feel like Boston was a cleaner version of New York, and then Chicago was even a little bit cleaner. It felt like felt like there was like more culture there. There was like a ton of young people living there. It felt like, and I don't know. I just thought that would be a cool city to live in if I ever lived in a city. I don't think I'll ever live in a city, but it was a cool place.
The skateboarding wasn't very good there.
Yeah, the
sidewalks were bad.
Yeah, they were horrible.
The bean was yucky.
The
I was
bean's a
tired
tourist trap.
there. The beach was small.
Yeah, they had a little.
oh, dude, that was so sick. Are you kidding me? There was a beach in Chicago.
I think it was a beach to Lake Superior. It was one of the Great Lakes.
Yeah.
Chicago was hot, and Chicago
was tired.
I stepped in poop while me and Zach both skateboarded through poop while we were
Yeah,
there.
we got some poop on our wheels.
That was on the way to this.
Oh, jeez.
They're changing. I'm gonna sit in this nice insulated, really hot jacket.
Man, I should have worn long pants.
You can take your pants off.
No.
After Chicago, there was something with a women's restroom, and then on the next
No.
day,
After Chicago, we stopped at Planet Fitness to shower like we always do. Tanner was on the phone. He went in first. I mean, I guess you can share the story of...
something with a women's restroom. So on the next
So
day...
he went into Planet Fitness by himself. He was on the phone. He was a little distracted, and he...
how do you tell her, like, oh, I just put my stuff in the women's bathroom on accident and walked out, and luckily I didn't see anything. God damn it. Fuck.
You need to get it, though.
I know, it's all my stuff. I've never done that.
Just go ask her. It's gonna be fine. But it's a hilarious situation that you're in right now.
Will you go with me?
Yeah. Just a little bag.
It's like a black bag, and...
Oh my god. Sorry. It's so embarrassing.
Not the first time this has happened.
Oh goodness.
I've had somebody go in there and shower and then realize halfway through.
Really? Oh my god. Thank you so much. Thank you. It was really funny.
It was so hilarious. It was so funny.
Yeah, it was the funniest for Tanner. I
was
think
so
he
funny.
loved it the most.
I did. I thought it was so hysterical. I give Chicago a thumbs down, but now 2 thumbs down for
Because
having
the-
confusing bathrooms. For me being tired and distracted.
I hate Chicago!
On the next leg of our trip, the next part of our adventure, we went to, well, we just drove for a really long time, honestly.
Did we do anything on that drive? Anything of note?
We stopped at a tiny little church.
Ours now.
We did. We bozos.
Please leave.
Bozos.
I bet I could make a smaller church than that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
And then...
It's church.
It is
yeah, you can. I think you can call anything a church.
Yeah.
Um,
Church.
Church.
So we stopped at this little... It seemed like such a tourist trap. But it was... It had a big sign that said, "Feed prairie dogs here."
Oh my god.
We're
I
like,
totally
okay, we
forgot
might
about
as well
that.
just go and check it out.
Mhm.
See how much it costs.
Because
to
we're
feed
like,
them.
we're not gonna feed them. We're just gonna. We want to see them.
Yeah,
we want
yeah.
to see the prairie dogs. We haven't seen a prairie dog
And
yet.
we did get to see him.
Oh my god, dude, it was so funny. It's like, and then we went towards the Badlands.
There was the time, I don't know if it was
Yeah, the
one of
weird-
days, but that day we were crowned the baddest motherfuckers in the Badlands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we still kind of are the baddest motherfuckers in the
Yeah.
Badlands.
Yeah, I don't think they've changed it to
Yeah.
anybody else. I don't think we've
I think
been
I
dethroned
was the
yet.
baddest motherfucker in the Badland because I was the one
They got
wandered
lost.
off.
They got lost.
Did not get lost.
He didn't go this way. We just gotta find him. Okay, why is he not doing it back then? What's up, little shit?
If you look back at all the videos, there is a misconception when we go back and watch them. But if you go back and watch all of them, I'm at where it says end of trail, which is what I would consider to be the opposite of lost.
Yeah. Well, just me and Zach going into the Badlands and realizing that there's so many different trails that you could take, we just assumed.
But I
Tanner-
honestly thought Tanner was just back in the car, and then I was like,
That
well,
he
he's
walked
stupid. Whatever, let's just finish the trail. We're not gonna go all the way back and then have to do it again with him.
Yeah, because we were already like halfway through. and just-
That's not nice.
Sometimes it's nice to come out. It's so quiet out here, you know. It's like it's so quiet you can hear the wind coming from a mile away. And just to get away from the honestly the stupid banter that we all have all the time. And just like
Do you guys remember
rats.
We love Tanner. Sometimes he just trails off a little bit and we have to go find him.
It's the opposite of trailing off.
Yeah,
it
he
was
got-
following the trail. Following the trail.
He got off the trail, and then we had to go find him.
No.
The wind was insane there.
Yeah, it was so cool. We met this guy named Charlie, who was super cool.
And here's what he said.
He was saying like some dope stuff. He was doing a similar thing to us. Like he was living in his car and traveling the country, and he was doing this cool thing where he would stay like on a farm or something and like trade work for like meals and nights to stay there or whatever. He had been doing it alone, which is just a much more intense experience than what we're doing, I think. And yeah, he just had a bunch of dope things to say.
Like when he called me the badass one.
Yeah, and he called me the one with the long hair.
Zach did see his first bison.
Go touch it. This is your time to touch it. Look how friendly he looks.
Look at his horns, man. He's wagging his tail.
Yeah, the Badlands was the first area that we actually saw like a ton
Big
of
wild animals, yeah.
Yeah, big
We saw
wild
prairie
animals.
dogs, we saw bighorn sheep, we saw bison.
So
Didn't we see that fat
bison.
nose animal in the Badlands?
No, that was in the zoo.
Yeah, totally.
The Chicago
Oh
Zoo.
yeah.
Fat nose.
But we did stay on BLM land for the first time that night.
Great mountainside.
That's my eyes.
And goddamn, dude, the wind shook the van.
Yeah,
Like,
it was insane.
Crazy.
The wind was shaking the van.
It would go underneath the solar panels and it feels like it would lift up the van.
We were like on top of a plateau of
Yeah.
like grassland, and then it was like you'd look over the edge and it was like Badlands.
And then we woke up the next day after the BLM land, and
Stretched our legs a little bit.
And it was
Zach's happy 21st birthday.
10/21, guys.
Zachy Picture takes his birthday to the next level. We stopped at
Show
Wall
up.
Drug for some 5-cent coffee, which is one of the first tourist trap that we were like, okay, let's like stop here and like check it out and take a second to like look at it and everything.
And it was hilarious.
And it was fucking hilarious.
He's gonna be pissed, Henry. Oh no.
Stop. Goofy's.
Yeah, that was awesome.
There were some goofy statues in there.
Oh my god, there were so many weird looking statues.
There were so many weird looking statues, and then there was one that looked ridiculous. The one in the glass just looked otherworldly.
And the animals in the glass too.
There's dinosaurs here.
Yeah, those look top tier.
Top tier.
Yeah,
dude.
Wild Drug.
The bear.
Why does it have socks on its hands?
That's how grizzly bears act in the wild. Zach, go.
Zach, go.
Zach, go up.
But it's just like a giant convenience store, I guess. It was kind of cool though. It was fun hanging out there. It's crazy. They give you 5-cent coffee. Coffee for 5 cents.
They get you in with the coffee.
Yeah.
And then you stay for the dinosaurs and the statues and the cowboy hats.
21st birthday.
And the toys.
Dead. Oh man.
When we did see Mount Rushmore at Wall Drug, I think we did see that one way longer than we saw actual Mount Rushmore. But they let you up closer to that one anyway. So like, what the hell? So anyway, we'll get more to the real Mount Rushmore after we talk about.
But then after we went to Wall Drug, sorry, I set that up perfectly and then I whiffed it. After we went to Wall Drug, we went to Hippie Hole, the coolest place we had been yet on that trip, in my opinion.
Hippie Hole.
South Dakota. Oh my god, dude, it was awesome. It was a cliff jumping spot, like out in the middle of nowhere. We had to drive like 4 miles or something on this road that we could not go more than like 5 miles an hour on because there were so many rocks and it was like up these like steep hills and stuff. It was terrifying. And then we just ended up parking and just walking the rest of the way on the road. And then you have to like slip and slide down this mountain to get to Hippie Hole, which is just this beautiful oasis. It's like this. I mean, we'll just show it.
Fuck it, let's go waste some time. I don't know you, but you're pretty fine. Let's wake up and catch the sunrise. Cause baby, you consume my mind.
Oh, he's
just barely grabbed onto that leg, man. Woo!
So
we met a ton of locals there.
Yeah,
I guess
a ton of
locals just
people.
come there and hang out, which is so cool.
Yeah.
There was a whole cavalcade of people. There was Axel.
You cannonball?
Avery and her mom Heather.
Yep.
And they were dope.
Yeah. You gotta do it.
We got Dale to jump off the rock.
Oh, crazy that he did it.
What's your name?
Dale.
Give me a minute.
Yeah!
And then some other old guy came, and we thought we would have to
Do the same
peer
thing.
pressure him the same way
Yeah.
we peer pressured Dale.
Come on, Dale, easy. This is nothing.
But then he went up to the edge and Tanner was like, "Are you jumping?" And he's like, "Yeah." And then he puts his he goes backwards towards it. He puts his back to the thing, and Tanner goes, "Are you about to do a backflip?" And he's like, "Yeah."
Oh my god, he just did a backflip.
It was kind of magical, honestly.
Yeah. But we also met these 3 kids that they were in like high school or something.
Silas, Yorma, and Ben.
No, Silas, Ben, and Jaren.
Yeah, Silas, Ben, and Jaren.
Do you guys come here a lot and jump off and stuff, or what?
Yeah, and it's like there's nice little hidey holes back there and stuff.
Yeah. Hidey holes for what? What are you doing out here?
And that's all the time we spent with those guys. Nothing else crazy happened there.
It was just such a cool vibe there. Everyone was like so supportive and like everyone wanted to hang out and talk and stuff.
And the first time we got to go swimming on this trip.
Oh
so
my
far.
gosh. And
That
it was
the first time we got to go swimming.
And it was awesome. It was super cold.
It was perfect.
After Hippie Hole, we had a huge hike back.
Oh yeah.
Because we had parked so far away from Hippie Hole.
And we didn't know where the trail was because it was, I mean, yeah.
It was like just a hole of water with a little waterfall rushing into it out in the middle of like nowhere.
Mm-hmm. And then we finally found the trail after like a long time. Then we went back on the trail. Then we went back on the road to the car. Then
Axel picked us up.
He drove by with
his
2 friends or whatever.
Yeah, and
they were
Jeep,
like,
I think.
Yeah, and they were like,
Are you sure?
Yeah, absolutely. Come on.
Then
over off in the distance over there, Mount Rushmore. Our favorite of the Rushmore family. And it was so, dude,
It
Mount
was
Rushmore
so
was so
cool.
cool,
It was-
man. You just look at it.
I can't even put it into words how cool it was.
You just look at it and there's faces on it.
I
and
can't
it's
even
so awesome.
describe
Man.
How
what it
fucking
looked like.
lame it was.
I can kind of see how they were like, yeah, we could build like a full body on this motherfucker.
Damn, I didn't know that. Why'd they stop? Too many people died?
Too many people were dying for fucking
this
Mount Rushmore.
Because we tried to go park like right next to it, but it like cost money, and we're like, okay, we don't care about it that much.
Yeah.
So we turned around and just pulled off at like an overlook thing where you could kind of see it. I thought that was cool. It was fucking awesome, bro. This Mount Rushmore was sick, and that was it. That was our Mount Rushmore experience. It was like, this wasn't that.
It was almost as much of a bust as Chicago was. Chicago.
Tanner's a Chicago hater.
Bust Chicago.
He's just saying that because he knows I like it.
Yeah.
That's all there is.
Well, are we okay? Let's take a step outside of the meta narrative of the podcast,
Chicago
real quick.
hater.
Are we not supposed to be having any form of conversation?
No. I think we should just all agree on everything.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
Stop fighting!
Then after that, we had a really long driving day where we drove.
Mm-hmm.
That's always fun. Just driving.
We have a lot of those days.
We do.
It's gonna be crazy when we get back because all the drives are gonna feel like
nothing.
Yeah, it's like, oh, an hour to the beach. Yeah.
I mean, just to go shower tonight, we're gonna.
Have
Oh,
to
we're
drive.
not. Because it's way farther away.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like out of
We still,
Yellowstone, I think.
we still have to go to Yellowstone.
We just swim in there. Only
Our-
problem is
you have to walk through all these rocks and shit.
well, we
Is that
have
what you're
flip flops and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
that's
bad.
true. That's true.
I was gonna say that there might be glass broken out there, like fishing hooks in the water or something. But I mean, whatever.
Shower's a
There's
shower.
not
You get it while you
alligators.
can.
Yeah.
After Hippie Hole, Tanner got sick. Tanner threw up. And then me and Parker went to a restaurant and got a beer and got burgers because it was my 21st.
Yo, the burger and fries.
Yeah, Zach got his beer. He just showed the guys his little ID.
Mm-hmm.
And
He still had the
surprisingly-
little ID. He hadn't gotten the big 21-year-old one yet.
But we got these awesome burgers. We got
Yeah,
these
they were
awesome
so
beer.
good, dude. Oh my god. I got one with like egg on it. Oh.
The burger and fries.
And then I think we slept at Walmart that night, and then we
drove all day.
But at the end of our long driving day, we stopped in the town of 10 Cent, Wyoming.
10 Sleep.
10 Sleep, Wyoming.
Yeah.
You can tell it really made an impact on me.
It's like, why it's called 10 Sleep?
Well,
There's a large Indian camp on the Platte River near the present site of Castle, Wyoming.
that was known to the early trappers as the old Sioux camp.
It was just locals in like this 200 population town, and in like the middle of these beautiful mountains.
Yeah.
It was so crazy. And we talked to this old couple for a while.
Have you played too?
They make films.
Yeah.
Like with
Oh,
Camera
you
and
make
stuff,
the
yep.
film.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I make more like just rock and kind of alternative stuff. No, Hank? No, he's more the country music lover over here.
Yeah. Big Hank fan.
And then they left, and then we talked to the bartender for a long time.
This town especially, we're full of, like, we have lots of musicians.
I want to get into a game.
Yeah.
Have to head out.
People that are
Thank you.
You a musician?
No.
No.
He's logging.
This girl's got a hell of a singing voice.
Really?
They had a bunch of cool
It's
stuff
so
to
cool
say.
because once we got in, you could tell it was like the classic. We walk in and all the eyes turn to us.
Probably the same 5 or 6 people in that bar every single day.
Yeah,
You
it's
got to
crazy.
imagine having 3 boys. 2
With
that
short
love Chicago,
shorts.
1 that doesn't like Chicago. Go in one night would just be freaking epic. Just anything to change up
Yeah.
Yeah.
the monotony of the same 5 or 6 people. She did say that on the 4th of July they get like 2,000 people
Yeah.
there, and I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I have
Wow.
a feeling that you're not rated for over 5 or 6 people, honestly.
They have no open container law there, which is crazy.
Yeah,
And
so you just walk out on the street and
And drive.
Drive
She was like, go ahead, just drink and drive here. We're fine with it.
Nice meeting you guys.
Same here.
Have a good one.
Will do. So in the last episode, Zach took a penny out of the lion's mouth.
Mhm.
And then I got pooped on, and that didn't make sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't touch
But I
that
think
part.
that the real karma came in from the penny when after we left the Bighorn Bar, and Zach is super drunk driving down the road like they said we were allowed to. We got pulled over.
Howdy.
How you doing, sir?
I'm supported with Greville Police Department. It's 30 through town here.
I know, I didn't see it. I'm sorry.
Okay. There's 4 signs up there
Really?
coming into town.
That's my bad. Sorry.
Goes down to 45 and then to 30, okay?
Registration.
Get your driver's license.
Yeah.
You guys going to Yellowstone?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, hang out here.
All right. Thank you.
Honestly, this is the first time this has happened.
Yeah. Pretty crazy. Good thing we got our fucking registration sorted out.
For real.
All right, guys. Here's your registration.
Thank you.
Your driver's license. All right, slow down. Pay attention to signs.
Yes, sir.
Enjoy Yellowstone. Have a good night.
You got anywhere in Yellowstone you recommend?
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone? Okay, cool.
Thank you
perfect.
so much.
I would say that if you guys make it to Cody, make sure you hit up the Hickok Museum.
Okay.
All right.
Smithsonian, so it's pretty sweet.
Awesome.
Nice.
Thank you so much. Have a great night.
Thank you.
No ticket, baby. No ticket. No ticket. I wonder if the car was started or not. I'm going 10 miles an hour.